I'm at the wishing well. I call her the prayer well. I sit never knowing what I'll say or if I'll say anything at all. Maybe I'll just sit in silence. Sometimes I cry tears of grief and other times tears of gratitude. Sometimes I smile and feel deeply content. Today I had nothing but gratitude. Well, and a few prayers. I am mostly sitting in silence, listening to the raindrops fall on the surface of the water. The water is clear. I can see the very bottom. Last time I came by, I spotted 3 frogs down below, hibernating, I suppose. Perhaps today they are in the muck and murkiness. It's funny to imagine they go to the muck to stay warm, safe, and alive. We dread the muck and think it's the worst place on earth to be. Pigs like the muck. I'm reminded of the lotus flower blooming in the mud and how it needs the mud to bloom and to return to. Maybe us humans are not much different than the turtles, frogs, and pigs. Maybe the mud is nothing to fear and supports us in more ways than we can imagine. There is a lot of mud right now as spring is waking up from its winter slumber. I'm going to imagine enjoying playing in the mud. I remember making mud pies when I was small and how fun that used to be. I never know what epiphanies will come from the looking glass at the prayer well, but I'm happy to invite more of the muck and murkiness into my joy and bliss. I can at least be grateful. I'm sure the mud serves its purpose too. All of my blooms have grown from mud. I imagine I'm not that dissimilar to the frogs, who perhaps are dreaming of their next bloom come the warmth of spring. I sit in the rain and give thanks for the seasons. They truly provide us with all we need. There are dragons in these woods. I'm almost certain there are dragons in every wood. There are crystals in these woods. I'm certain there are crystals and gems in all the woods. There is peace in these woods. Space and silence too. There are surprises in these woods. Surprises that bring about childlike joy and wonder. There is friendship in these woods. There is playfulness and cooperation too. There is refuge and respite here. There is connection in these woods. A connection that restores, uplifts, and purifies trust. There is faith in these woods and harmony. I step inside ironically by stepping outside, and there I find these treasures. Sometimes they are lost or forgotten treasures. Other times they are much needed reminders and confirmation signs that put me back on my path. There is magic in these woods. There are blessings in these woods. There is healing too. There is prayer in these woods. There is presence and deep listening here. I find these jewels in writing too. Maybe we can find the gold almost anywhere, as long as we show up fully. Maybe half the battle is showing up. Then Spirit does the rest. There is magic in my home, and I'm sure in your home too. There is beauty in people. This spring rain is perhaps cleansing my vision. So I may see as clear as the quartz crystals in these woods.